How does the story of XXXTentacion end? If it ends.
How does it end?
Like, does it end like...
How is it supposed to end? How is it supposed to end? Let me tell you how it's supposed to end.
The rapper XXXTentacion has been shot, apparently targeted while shopping for a motorcycle.
Purpose from birth is creation. That's all humans do. Everything around you is created. You were created.
Jose Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy, professionally known as XXXTentacion, was born on the 23rd of January 1998 and tragically passed away just 20 years later on the 18th of June 2018. But before passing away, X had a monumental impact on millions of people all across the world and changed the music scene forever. Songs such as Look at Me, Sad, Jocelyn Flores, and countless others had profound effects on listeners, garnering billions upon billions of streams combined. But before all the fame, X was nothing more than a juvenile delinquent with no real goals in life. He eventually ended up in a juvenile detention center where he met none other than Ski Mask the Slump God, with both of them becoming good friends during their time in there. And it wasn't until after being released that X began writing songs and posting them on SoundCloud in 2013. Just a year later, in 2014, X and Ski created the group Members Only, a hip-hop collective based out of Broward County, Florida. X's music stood out from the typical rap scene due to its incorporation of themes from emo and grunge genres, creating an extremely unique style that, in my humble opinion, simply slapped. Look at Me, a song released by X on December 30th, 2015, propelled him into the mainstream spotlight, and from there, his popularity only grew. His debut album, 17, fittingly released in 2017, was certified triple platinum in the US and reached number 2 on the Billboard 200. But this was only the beginning. Just a year later, X released his second album, hitting number 1 on the Billboard Top 200 and becoming certified quintuple platinum. But later that year, all of X's dreams and success would come crashing down one day at a motorcycle store in Deerfield Beach, Florida.
Developing right now, a search for a killer in South Florida after an up-and-coming rapper is shot dead. 20-year-old XXXTentacion killed in an apparent robbery.
As he was leaving the store, X's car was blocked by a black Dodge Journey SUV in a premeditated attack. 2 armed men exited the SUV, approached X's window, and reached inside. They grabbed a Louis Vuitton bag with $50,000 inside and shot X multiple times just below the neck, leaving him for dead. On March 20th, 2023, Michael Boatwright, Robert Allen, and Trayvon Newsom were arrested and charged with the first-degree murder of XXXTentacion. Just 17 days later, they were sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Now, this seems like a simple, clear-cut case. Someone knew X was at the dealership and had money on him, so they thought it would be a good way to make some cash, right? But something you may not have known is that X had countless minor engagements with the law throughout his career, not to mention various feuds with other celebrities. These facts have led people to believe that there was more to X's death than meets the eye. Some people believed X himself knew he was gonna die that day due to his song Train Food, in which he described what he was wearing the day of his death, as well as mentioning some small details about the motorcycle shop he was at. Others think that the Illuminati was behind it because X was getting too influential and they weren't able to control him. I mean, I don't personally think the Illuminati exists, but let me know what you think about that theory in the comments below. I think it's more reasonable to believe that someone he had a feud against ordered a hit on him simply because they didn't like him as a person and were possibly jealous of the success he had going for him. Some people think that the mother of his child ordered the hit on him, but I think that's just plain stupid. In my opinion, I think a much more likely candidate is none other than the certified lover boy, Drake. Real quick though, before I lay the evidence out for you, I noticed that only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed, so if you end up liking the video, consider subscribing. It's free, helps me out a lot, and you can always change your mind later. Alright, back to it. Now, to truly understand why it could be possible that Drake ordered a hit on XXXTentacion, we have to go back to the very beginning. In 2017, Drake released a song called KMT featuring the British-born drill artist Giggs. So, Drake is in Amsterdam previewing this new song when people begin realizing that Drake's flow at the start sounds extremely similar to X's flow on his hit song Look at Me. Hear the similarities? Anyways, Drake later had an interview with British legend DJ Semtex where they discussed the similarities between the songs.
And I listened to it. I'm like, okay, I see where people could draw like this comparison off of like the first two lines, whether it be the cadence or the rhyme pattern or whatever.
So he basically says that he could see the similarities, but he wasn't actually copying X to begin with. Now to me, the songs seem a little too similar, and I think that Drake actually knew about it, but was just playing dumb. I can't really tell though. Anyways, X reacted to Drake's response on Twitter, saying that Drake's career is almost over, and that he better start investing money in real estate. And I mean, it's pretty funny looking at that quote now, you know, with Drake being exposed and everything. I think X was low-key right on the money with that one. I actually have a video called The Dark Side of Drake that will be linked in the description if you want to watch that after this one. Anyways, a tweet wasn't enough for X, as he made a phone call from jail to DJ Academics stating that Drake did indeed know who he was before KMT came out. He mentioned that Drake's team had actually reached out to him to get in touch, which is kind of weird considering the type of touching Drake is used to, but Adam22 actually came out in support of X's side, mentioning on a podcast that Drake's team had hit up DJ Carnage to talk about working with X before KMT had been released.
I don't know if I should even be saying this.
Go ahead.
Like, a week before this shit happened, Adam told me, he's like, bro, guess who hit up DJ Carnage like, about X? You like
House
the
phone just
OVO
revealed the
Ultimately, both sides go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and there's a lot of content to sift through, so I'm just gonna summarize the main points from both sides. X essentially thought that Drake was a culture vulture. He reminded people that Drake stole the song Hotline Bling from Dram, and he also mentioned that Drake should have come to his court date for some reason, which I mean, I'm not sure how that relates to all of this, but whatever. X also decided to shoot a shot on Drake's mother, tweeting, "Drake mom kinda cute, she could get it." What? He also went on Instagram Live to discuss the issue, saying,
"Hey, tell Drake mom, I want some tapioca pudding."
Then, starting in April, he also begins attacking Drake's fake Jamaican accent, saying that it's disrespectful to him and his family.
"Tell this pussy nigga Drake, stop speaking patois. You are not Jamaican. I'm a real fucking Jamaican. I'm from fucking Kingston. All of my family is from Kingston. Stop stealing my people's culture."
At this point, Drake seems uninterested and isn't really responding to X's little jabs at him, but this is where Chicago drill rapper 600 Breezy enters the fray. He basically said that he asked Drake if Drake felt like he should fight back at X, and Drake pretty much just shrugged him off.
Can I get on somebody's ass? He always say no, and this time he just gave me a shrug, like it's whatever, because he tweaking.
Now this clip got X fucking enraged.
"I got a couple niggas that'll knock you off in your own city. In your own fucking city. Tell these niggas keep my fucking name out their mouth unless they want my dick in it too. Real fucking shit."
He basically told 600 Breezy that he has people in his own city that could end his life. Anyways, things eventually fizzle out between the three of them, that is, until June. X had gotten knocked out by Rob Stone on stage, and to sprinkle a little bit of disrespect on his name, Drake liked a comment mocking him. Keep in mind, all of this is happening in 2017, and throughout the second half of the year, the beef sort of dies down. However, in 2018, X appears on a phone call with DJ Academics, and seems to still have some strong feelings towards Drake.
Do you think he deliberately did it, or maybe like...
Yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, bro. And I'm not gonna say no names, nigga. A DJ hit me up. Not only a DJ, my manager at the time hit me up. Said, yo, this nigga Drake hit us up and he wants to talk to you.
So yeah, as you could see, X still hadn't forgiven Drake for copying his flow and still hated his guts. But until X's death in June of that year, there wasn't too much between the two, apart from X starting his competition called Helping Hand, which inspired people to do good in their surrounding communities. Drake, however, appeared to sneak diss X's actions through the music video for God's Plan, in which he donated $1 million to communities in Miami, Florida, X's home state. He also posted a story where he asked people to do nice things around the communities, the exact same thing X did previously. But yeah, that was the last sort of beef they had up until X's tragic passing. Now, after learning about all of this, I still wasn't fully convinced that Drake could have ordered the hit on X, because I mean, although they were on bad terms, it didn't seem like Drake would kill someone over the shit X was doing. That is, until I learned about some more evidence that seems like a clear-cut confession from Drake. Here are Drake's lyrics in his song I'm Upset. SMS XXX, that's the only time I ever shoot below the neck. Why you keep on shooting if you know that, dead. Okay, so in my opinion, there are two ways to interpret these lyrics. The first being that Drake is referring to sexual photos from the words XXX. He's basically saying that he only shoots below the neck when a camera is involved. Now, the second way this could be interpreted is that he's essentially admitting to killing XXXTentacion. SMS can be interpreted to stand for the phrase send my shooters, and the words XXX pretty obviously refer to X's name. Only time I ever shoot below the neck, X was shot just below the neck. Why you keep on shooting if you know that, dead? X was shot multiple times. I'm Upset was also released in Drake's album Scorpion just 11 days after XXXTentacion was shot. If you ask me, it seems too perfect to just be a coincidence. In the past, X had also posted an Instagram story stating that if anyone tries to kill him, it's at Champagne Poppy, Drake's Insta handle, essentially predicting his own death. But it doesn't stop there. In Drake's song Mob Ties, he mentions the line, Louis bags in exchange for body bags. The people who killed X stole a Louis bag with $50K in it. The song also talks about how Drake has ties with the mob and has shooters on deck ready at a moment's notice. It's really not looking too good for Drake right now. And to add more fuel to the fire, in 2022, Drake released his song On BS with the line, if he held his tongue on that live, he'd be alive again, possibly referring to X's live in which he talked about Drake's mother. At the end of the day, we're never gonna know whether Drake had anything to do with X's death. Although there is some evidence, none of it is concrete enough to do anything with. Drake's lyrics can be interpreted in a multitude of ways, and this whole thing is really just one big conspiracy theory. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this is enough evidence to convict Drake, and do you have any evidence of your own? By the way, if you're interested in some more weird shit that Drake has done, click the video link in the description below. It's crazy. Anyways, if you enjoyed, like the video and subscribe. It's free and helps me out a lot. And as always, it's been me, Kel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.